I'm going to you. I'm going to hear 17.
That was a Odama Suya Pan.
Next year, I give me too.
Okay, yeah, and I always, sorry. Larry, take some good water. That's ice cold purified water.
Take some water. Doctor of sense position. Doctor, yeah, doctor.
Medaase.
Doctor of sense position.
Aye. No. Doctor.
I want to say doctor.
Medaase. Yeah, okay, Dr. Mike, if I talk or so.
For sure, me volunteer class with
cardio.
Me training area more of cardiovascular diseases and improve. I retract Akumaa.
Akumaa. Hey.
This Akumaa area.
This Akumaa area. So, Mama, my man, I want to see my Akumaa yo. Real Akumaa area. You can't real Akumaa area near Candy.
They can't have attack high cholesterol and area. It may affect your arteries. It may cause stroke.
Okay. Auntie, Niama, am I a lot of cholesterol? Maybe the
yeah, you do any idea.
Ebini bobo bisu kakra mama.
My money make catch you. My money make catch you. My money make catch you.
Okay, Dr. Mark, it's you.
In January, yeah, BPI oily. And genetics is so kakra. It's our family more. And later on, it leads to cardiovascular disease.
Okay.
A
dawson. Right. And you what think penny for any abeka a honorable one Larry Finney? Yes, and then me no dahumasono a big things of Guan, Yame, and Eshraye. Larry Finn, I don't know when shake it, Dr. Mark. Not honorable soon shake and shaky.
And I'm no combination.
Combination.
No, I'm
sorry, shifted.
I was to my Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday.
Okay, say Obia crowd woman see. May call Dr. Juliet appear or now one my check a cry a father cervical cancer. And no, a DNA my yes, I had no.
Cervical cancer, no. The main causes. Me try to make a chino, but when it comes to medicine, you chino and your papa. Me try my best to make a chino. Okay. So when we talk about cervical cancer, and your friend is cervical cancer, either adenocarcinoma or squamous cell carcinoma. And the main one you tell who be brain no, a squamous cell carcinoma no, and no the man risk factors when we say something is risk factor, and a mass cervical cancer ne bano. A bine HPV, which is a virus you attracted through sexual intercourse.
Wow. Enti anajia there, yeah. It's many virus be my idea. Yes, cervical cancer.
Yes.
And anajo anye the Okay, Dr. Juliet, please go ahead.
Enti HPV no. It stands for human papilloma virus no. They have different strains, meaning different. Enti dear ahodo bebre, right? Yeah, enti ahodo bebre ne bimu wo hono ma and cause cancer. It causes just ordinary growth, which is called genital warts. So when we say for warts, we want some honey or man or honey or genital area.
Maybe warts no which they one who you crow
exactly. Yeah, if you want to swan and some hona be treat ya home. Yeah, yes, yeah.
As so share a good and some I treat you as
yeah, no, yeah,
a black box.
Yeah, I said a fufu or something like that.
I mean, before you have a cocoa, a yapia. Yeah, but what do you want to say?
Enti eno no ye benign growth. Enti sa eno no enya cancer, but ye was strains that almost cause cancer, and the two main strains now cause cancer no. 18 and 16.
Okay.
And no so contract here. It takes time for it to cause cancer. So the main reason why it's no longer like in the US, it's no longer causing cancer is something called pap smear, which I'm sure say hanomono ye but it's
a craving
in
yeah.
And the main reason why I made me call into medicine say me war family or from cancer.
Oh, sorry.
I had a grand aunt who died from cervical cancer, I believe. At that time, I didn't know it was cervical cancer. But to say, me dream who and near man, na ekosuni and a chemist cervical cancer.
And a cono, and you know, a mouse, Saku could drone Sakoya doctor.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Exactly.
Amen. And your master interested me.
Okay.
When it comes to cancers and stuff like that. And actually, starting July, I'm going to subspecialize into cancer and blood disorders.
Okay.
So going back to cervical cancer, into sexual intercourse is how you attract this HPV virus.
What kind of more? Oh, yeah. See, Adishima or Drahoma Sunni, Adeni Edre, yes, dear. Me pese, make us say, Entina me piano, or Baba, me boss say, chain. Now our dear Nemra, and so I shall see you. Now, so who fair, my two gingers, so many free gingers, my country. Now, by shall say my memory or brother war. If you're not lucky, another right man, the bebano. Na cervical cancer again. Na could do mona grow Jenny and toss ye. Na afe a depan was so dino. Na could twist me. It's me and Tim ye needs me more home by. And Dr. Mark, I mean, some new fever now. Larry Finn, and then we are all having a sure we learning into any honorable mirror like Sakakani and T cervical cancer. The way we get it through sex, you know, almost say it's just sexual healing, right? Now, if it's going to heal us, it's going to give us effects. I said, you. Okay, and you know, what's it with your cervical cancer no through sexual intercourse?
Yeah,
I want you to hit them more and then tell us.
Any multiple partners are the ones that are at high risk for HPV.
A man and more, remember to say 5.
One multiple, you know, if you are being exposed to multiple people. Yeah, that's how you attract it. And going back to what you were saying, Tina, yes, sir, over change, over worry and son.
Medaase.
And
when you one partner,
sir.
and you make up as my air came. What the one yap was able to could break, you know, or disappoint you. Just you hold it there and wait till the right person comes. Is that not it?
I know.
Medaase.
And maybe I was fancy.
I'll buy it on your money. Oba no Jack akra go me so.
I catch it for say na dey anya you. And you treat here.
And they get you to be featured wu.
Yeah, baby.
Partners for. Hey, now some better my you again you.
Wu.
So some multiple partners. Aye. And the sister to you. Doctor say unya more than one will.
Oh, so benya ya de wa.
Cancer na engum.
Etibikum.
Yeah.
Yo, Doctor Eti, Dr. Juliet.
And condom can prevent about 70% of it, but it's not 100%.
Okay.
So the best way to prevent it is abstinence.
Right.
But omo worry. Me fan say bia wudi ago boni bia ansa na obe worry no. There are ways to prevent it too. And no screening no. You run a pap smear.
Pap smear.
Yeah, and that's the area that I really want to hit because I was looking online, I couldn't find any information in terms of Ghana, like, you know, how many women knows about pap smears. Pap smear. So in the US, I'm gonna be making a lot of references to US
sure,
because
go on
that's
ahead.
what I know.
Yeah.
That's what I know. Recommendation in it said anybody at the age of 21, you have to have a pap smear.
Whoa. At that early age,
yes,
21.
Actually, all Ghana gets pap smear yourself.
Actually, up until recently, the recommendation was if you have had sex by the age of 17, you have to have it. But recently they changed it to 21, whether you have had sex or not. 21,
Also, but check screening.
You have to go and get that screening.
But you know what? I mean, call back to Dr. Mark. I want to maybe say, or what call it, you maybe a video also, you know.
Me volunteer cardio center.
Oh, cardio center, no. What when who be say in for bad by checking for this pap smear and no, am I mentioning correctly?
Yes.
Pap smear.
Pap smear, yeah.
Pap smear, yeah. Do you have an idea?
Yeah, more of Akumaa. I don't go to the OB unit.
Okay.
I mean to me and can
But
one of the things I wanted to clarify, so okay, sex, you know, as a major contributor, no. I almost started sexual intercourse early ages, 12, like maybe 12, 13 and what's that.
Oh my God.
My name is Heavy. I'm my name is Ghanaian statistics. Was it 30?
That's
yeah.
And then my
dad no so no. And also
HIV is contributing. Increase or risk about 5-fold.
Okay. Right. Me come out because in Kenya now Dr. Juliet appear but we screening for pap smear I never know, but I think we need to go and check. Yes. But Odama so your doctors and so put them on say many bani be phone lines and him say okay, there's a place bit me akwa screening now. I would love that doctor to just call us and let us know. Now from now no maybe will be into me and go screening because I love my women and I love my men too. But what am I saying? Okay, into back to go ahead with education.
Into a quite on so be who say when ya sa cervical cancer no. Before I be started so unya symptoms no, not just say I did you
wow.
Yeah, I invaded.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you start seeing symptoms. So that's why screening is very important. Say ube screening because when you go for the screening near your pap smear now, as a general internist, what I do is say me your pap smear no, and then na ma send it call no ma share under microscope. Now I'm catch him say ABR there's abnormal cells, right? Yeah. Cells. Bonnet
be abemua
na me de my shifty on your corner ma obi gynae which is omo share ma mo ye ma ho adwuma and omo be ye bi call colposcopy and no omo komu omo ko inside the vagina now omo apply some acid B now omo the microscope I share magnifying glasses I share cells now ma take biopsies yeah and then they look at that
like okay biopsy
okay. All right. And Dr. Answer about us person be say yenya cervical cancer through sex, right? Love making. Now tell us, is it the fingering? Is it the licking? Is it the double? You know, what is it? Because I can't take another penis. I think it's that's soft and you know it just goes in and out. You know,
it's a virus.
It's a virus.
Yeah, if they have the virus and they transmit it to you.
You okay?
Yeah.
So it's the guys who transmit it to us.
It could be either way.
Either way.
Yeah, but most likely, like all sexually transmitted diseases, usually the men, because they are the ones that deposit, right? Into usually the man that gives it, but it could be either way.
Either way. Yeah. Great. Although how much sunye emu akuma to me him, we di ayadisia and yesia ekoi. Yes.
About what we said, doctor.
Dear, yeah.
I'm going to say, no matter what I can say.
Oh, so
you was not
on kind.
I'm going to Busa.
About I'm not so saying that Frimun Suma,
who bet me and to oral sex as well, because what's no, what mean you be one into bet me and oral pharyngeal cancers, like cancer of the mouth and the pharynx, and so HPV is one of the causes. So we oral sex ubetimi bacteria I mean the virus and as time goes on ubetimi cancer of the mouth and cancer of the throat.
And so obanya sa
cervical cancer.
Medaase. Entire doctors who you must say the cervical cancer and bia BB fluid bifina sebana, you know, let us know. Kalane to say
anti symptoms.
Yeah.
Symptoms ni chi.
And all the encon and
so any business say abnormal bleeding. So ube too moja in between periods. Say when your periods now a track a new times over your period now too moja.
But yeah, we're being so many menses twice in a month.
Spotting is different from bleeding.
Okay.
Right. Some people spot in between periods, right?
That's right.
But like abnormal bleeding, say heavy bleeding in between your periods, and that's will be when you're menopause, and all of a sudden you start bleeding. And I said bleeding after sex. And I said dyspareunia.
And then we girls see baby, whoa. They keep calling Akumaa. Me here, I me too much, and I tell them to go to the clinic. And I'm so ferry, but I keep encouraging them. Doesn't mean so woman has cervical cancer.
It could be. There are other causes too that you can get bleeding. Some STDs can cause that. Gonorrhea, it can cause that. But dyspareunia, painful sex is also a sign.
I'm not going to become someone for you.
Unya pains when you're having sex could also be a sign of cervical cancer. It is a who experience when you be a so doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is sex, you just win your pain.
Any quite say when you're pain.
You have to enjoy it and ask for more.
Maybe your first time, but.
Yeah, and then they say when you're a virgin and they're breaking a person on your carrot on your normal, you know, unprepare the mind, the environment, and the body. So certainly you have pains in your might be no more enjoy sex.
Oh, your doctor, and you
need doctors
and I guess technologies near you come and I know the
Dr. Mark. So, I'll be a virgin. Larry behave. So I'll be a virgin. Nurse and young couple do my virgin obey. When you want to penetrate, don't you have to take your time to prepare the person? Yes. Because when you need the first start, you know, the person will not enjoy the love making.
My dog will have one chest again. Virgin who start to prepare say body waste and I'll be new and I'll come on. Oh, medical. If I was with the phone car, I could use doctor.
Medaase, and to was yesterday.
Not sure. Number one, education in here. Someone make us know at least sex there. You have to go beyond just penetration. It's an emotional connection. Until now, we be saying baby, I want to walk and son.
Okay, so be so you're inside walk in say.
Why you be there now?
Oh, okay.
We are not saying, me find my fine.
Wow.
And then area.
Doc, nobody ever you be there. Nobody you be there. Who comes out in the area? Oh, you said we play.
There's a walk of fuck and there's a we started as a boom and then I work with us today.
We'll be king.
And so also also handle with care.
I know when you just imagine for some with a year.
But you know, because after love making, Moja to the they know what I'm talking about. And it's a baby Susa, my encourage you some cosa. Oh, goodness.
But I don't know, I have to say, it could be due to several other things. And baby, be a while, naturally, normally dry. And as normally dry, so I say, you continue the penetration, they are not, yes, they can get bruises and that can lead to bleeding. So you have to look at the root cause, not just, I need me bleeding. So, I know you're too rough, and I say, I'm you too rough. So there are different ways to approach things like that. To say, we're a doctor, and I say, we'll be a cancer seminar. You don't just assume, so, cancer, and I say, you know, you have to do a comprehensive interview.
Yeah. I don't know. You should enjoy criminal.
Dr. Julia just said, "Crube we need it." One more crube we da. No, okay.
As a penicillin. Oh,
is it?
But you want lubricators.
Lubricators that they use.
I bet the foreign you come to Pericas and no requirement to go. But we so much like Musa question, mammy.
It's okay. Akumaa so the certified #1 radio station at Doom 106.3 FM. Obaba Akumaa, Mama Zimbi, on an penny for Akudam. Lara Finn, and I want to and can be brave, but over to here. Or Jijin in some doctor's neck and home. Dr. Mark, who you as is about Ghana, lecturer of Central University and Opapoli Musua, or Bwabwa Ewo, and I'm kind of saying, medaase. Or Bwabwa and so Ewo, and I Dr. Juliet appear. Obasa called US back Nancy and Wako body degree ni Namasampa. On the right is my one and only honorable. Na Akumaa so about the Adumantino. Nipano ewo. You can say, oh, space in the grandma, Umutio muscle. And here, no, and Dr. Juliet and Dr. Mark. One might see his son and then bomb holidays. No, we need to get on the show. Now, yeah, educate, especially, yeah, man. No, remember, go fast and over before you say, do one go fast and over before you say, do. And so, man, also double partners and so multiple partners in this way. And Dr. Juliet.
And also, so said a Mark D can kind and say a mema will have sex with mema. And so you can. So far as the person has the virus, no, or the mawa, sab virus, no, so when you strain, high risk strain, now, it causes cancer, now, you can get a cancer. Into any day, and yet a man, a mema can have like anal cancers from that.
Oh, is that why sometimes they put on the pampers or something? You see them wearing the pampers. That's not a kind, wasn't it? No, read. It's time if you want.
One of my guys.
Oh, okay.
Was it some virgins? Are very dangerous in bed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is on your virgin.
On your virgin.
Practically no nim. No, theoretically no onim, but practically no onim. And when they get on bed, they don't experience the whole thing.
Everything.
And money is dangerous.
Madam, my girl, my voice be a later, my bottom now because investigating. Also, no, me guy say my baby daddy and they me or bano me and auntie or da hosana, Miss me at the mayor, say cheer, they would me. I'm so okay, say. Me fair win took me and second level. Me here got 10 levels or simanya she. I feel no year me and moja. I feel that she started crying. You know, intimate man was smoking even to me then.
Well, that may be so on your vida. On the again, so I was a brother, sister, you are. Academy Sanchi. Against the Sanchi.
And by Nessa Ubebo, Dr. Juliet appear ewa hana Dr. Mark and so ewa ha. Yaya and Maya won some dose untino and Dr. Juliet's eka sabe bray. But Uncle Mike and so doctor and so the need ebeso. Na say ni be phone lines na amamo. Na mweti me bisa eye and Dr. Juliet appear in some kakra. Dr. Mark and so ha. There was so many year no on betting me a year no. And rich Dr. Sa yours. Very young ones, no, per se, Buffy, no, Multimeba, ye mine Ghana. Ain't he or NGO being so more Baba, no matter what we say, a Mama Zimbi Foundation, your mobile clinic never be no more boy and canny, and I know be so. It is so. Yes, your tie is so. Number 03022118. Hey, I am the TV, not my 0302-216-561 0302-216-562. Mesra so fra nama radio volume no emra form na me mohu de bisa wasem ombe yiwa no baby I was a show o konso no so ye be kire amwako na watimi akire wadwene na bibia akoye. I hope said Dr. Bibe friend waka say yes it's you be a screening no gabede papa me mo akwa ba de bodo ahoma so
odo so mama Akumaa
medaase for rollers park
mama
leke for ayo akpa
oh ye bi kanu mi chia abejafo mutafo nyina
yo
la peni ma that but ya odi akonto why ya di papa you say doctor sinu asero mo kan nenu ama me akese me hu kura dream and the best but you say tembia no omo beba no be cheche ni ma say na aseba ko kanu am tashi tie leaking no na ho be ma ya wo anti nedi afende ko ai anti no ye pese mo tere mo wa anti ye na ye mbra ne hwe ya no ye nyina ya no ne ya furu ne ya yi nyina no ma ye cause ahonu so ya atra na fu pa anti doctor ye sire mu ko so no mo tere ye platofie ye tie na me bo mo nyina mo ba so pa tie me da
me so medaase me ma ko abade bo da homa so me ba chote menka yo oh hima what to say yo kasa den kakra de wa bo hu ana oh kasa doctor ho be you ano kasa why
we are very enough for yeah like we just
who ye virgin na na wakoyo obi adu na yanka so ye virgin akọ na edi wa moja betu o nye sa na ye ka Dr. Julia Church mu wanti ase ye
so enya sa na ye ka say we are virgin now ko uko break here yeah ubenya blood kaka but enye emoja etu say two say winya cervical cancer moja na etu na enye one day moja na bana I stop it
okay
ebeba ade obehu no continuously and hu bibi sa na I was say ubomodian na akoko hu doctor because enye normal
okay yeah. Yo that's yo and now we are virgin wa ho oh so ngam bisa ngam mon ko mo bi ni no me ma ko abade board ahoma so yes
hello
Jesu mo don so odo
hello good evening
medaase ye fro say
Eunice
you frefiva Weja yetio
me cho yeah the doctor my ass if you are me having sex but I do me nothing on my ass and if you are menses twice in a month the thing is normal now say we also me connect being check.
Okay, so have a period twice in a month. Interval near that is it 1st April when you're on 28th April, and I say 1st April when you're on 15th April.
It will be about 4th, not about 28th.
That's normal.
I don't think it's normal. Doctor.
Yeah. Any normal. It's your so called. And pains now winya no. Wunya during your period, and I say it be on the man wunya period cry no when your pains.
Me if you are on my ovulate, I'm pain serious.
Okay, and it's normal. I was so corny check here because aside from cervical cancer, there are other cancers. So a bit me cause abnormal bleeding. So what would you that's your womb, right? Uterus, uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, all these things can cause pain and bleeding, abnormal bleeding. I was all corner for get it check up and you're normal.
Yo, yes, that's papa. Medaase. Odo ahoma so ni odofo emra so so wo be frɛ na watimi ebisa ansem me mo akọ obade ba odo ahoma so.
Yeah, Akumaa.
Oba jisu modon so. Medaase yetio.
Akumaa na metie na Dr. Meka no. Na menim baby ayewe pasme Ghana ha sei.
Fa no mo ye bi.
Stopes International Centers Ghana ha nyina. Omo ye pasme o.
Okay, great. Yo, enti my school for ade na nkombo da ma so na ye a program asan kanya bad anyway that's it why nyame nhira mo okay me ma ko ba de bodo ahoma so
me all can see we can have it to like me be as like me having sex I will feel the pain.
Auntie, they be all have a sex na pain wo no. Won't you try na man so Dr. Kwakwa check it until na Dr. Juliet appear bad ni. Now what in fear he?
Not 28.
28. Who break your virginity now what in fear he?
25.
Oh, okay. So you've been 3 years out. Ugusu edi wo ho eko meboa. Okay. Remember na back up na what's the number 3 times?
Oh, baby.
Back on na. That been also be wow.
Yeah, arrangement.
More arrangement. Papa is good. Auntie Doctor what's the question of his own?
Or say or have a sex when you're
Pains, yeah.
Yeah, and no such normal. Aside from cervical cancer, there will be we call it vaginismus. Say, is he talking?
Maybe I talk say it you.
Actually, say I always have it through my other arms, like the realize a woman.
Ayana e wo. Are you wo? Hey, kasa dini entie wa asam ni yo. Mo di mo ho ana e wo wana.
Helen.
Me say, wone wo boyfriend so onyo nware o. Enti mo de maso odin, mi sima mo ni gugu so di. Enti wo che se odi wa na ade na wo sepane ana se de. O se wow, shit.
When we near go say yes, I don't say yes.
My time to like one can say that making administration I know.
Yo yate. That's or cause no or swallow some of the words. You better than
you normal.
And you normal.
Uncle check.
Okay. Me ma kwa about the board ahoma so. Oba ji sumo don so.
Modern so.
Medaase. Udini me bia free.
Your friend me na me free Madina.
Okay, na etie.
Pass me no me be a rich hospital. That's all the contribution.
Okay, great. Na was mo year education na ba eh? Okay, yeah that's it. All right. Yeah that's it papa. Me ma kwa ba de bodo ahoma so.
Adon so.
Medaase. Etie. Medaase ajiso.
But that's what the addition get here where my doctors na ba le cheche.
Yo.
Papa every day. And my baby I didn't want more any member with the no more problem.
Problem.
That is one some that is one so then I'll be
yo you be one no Dr. Mark doctor
yeah
it's STI
yeah sexually it could be any of the sexually transmitted diseases. It depends say you're paying for a different virus cause and there are some that are not painful.
Yeah.
Syphilis you're painful. Herpes you're painful. You can have chlamydia, gonorrhea.
Yeah.
It depends. And no sana was so call now I'm take sample. No more share under microscope. But we like we call something yeah, gram stain, now more on better.
Okay, good. Me ma kwa about the board ahoma so. Medaase ma won nesu kakra ma yen wo din me bia free yo yeti yo
Ma me no fumu ya na me no fumu kekame
ono fumu e sha ase keka wo na che
and that's 2 weeks
na wan go hospital so that hey
kunu
na
yeah ba ko ana ni
me pa cho doctor bi say ba ko ana mienu Osini right no. Okay, now what ba? What didn't fear him? And they so ban on no me boa. That na on no kakra wa hu. Okay, doctor, on the phone tea.
And so rashes right?
Yeah,
and so be a good one. Say what was anybody saying?
7 years.
7. Oh, okay.
7 years.
When usually senka wo for sometimes we bet me or no for bet me I can na say be ya na normal and say you both breasts is usually not abnormal.
Yeah.
But say aye ba ko pene de was so normal hwehwem.
Okay. Tibo modi anko hospital ni hwema why? Medaase. Me ma ko aba de ba odo ahoma so.
Akumaa mo don so.
Yo, what you mefa 2 colors pe. Odi ni be free.
What you from Ryan?
Tema Newtown, you Rahel it you.
You pass we na doctor say you
Uh-huh. There are difference for me, Dr. Chenemo.
Yeah, what difference? Yeah, what herpes. And yahono. Is that yeah? Yeah, what herpes and I what no a thing. And herpes ni dear and you be on because immune system so we are now immune system goes down and yeah and also so herpes is not a sexually transmitted disease but say once you pass through the vagina say oh my will be a bit me the amount because you came through the vagina so and then you know who dear because herpes like to stay in the nerves you know until you know who their immune system not cut down you know who they are not no but what's adding meaning tree
yeah I maybe I told you a question let's hold it yeah I'm patcho it you
F4 yes
na say pimples are betray ho no oh okay o say no so ye dey o shavia
folliculitis that's what we call it we hair follicle no so we shavia sometimes na bacteria ko mu na ebetimi causes yeah.
Oh, besides I don't say infection, I don't think so.
It could be infection. It could be infection, but say any power normal flora or normal self no crampo no. And more
yeah.
Oh, and say who open anywhere you open. No, betimi akodidimu normal cause like infection.
And don't think that sometimes doctors be advised say utanya sa niema no a eya men shave it too much, but you need to use scissors. No cut it.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. My last caller mbabe fa we. Me ma kwa ba de bodo ahoma so. Oba just more done so.
Madam, sir.
Medaase, we did maybe a free.
But your family, we could me fresh as Shama.
Yo, yet you. Kwaku yet you. Hey, we're fish. All right. Me ma kwa ba de bodo ahoma so. Yo, we did maybe a free. Yo, akwa yet you.
Last year. Somewhere 1.5 years. So yes, then
Yanti was some crowd, Yanti cry.
Somewhere last
oh, there last year, no, didn't see.
Oh, yes. The way is but I know you. Yeah. It's here.
Now I see oh yeah. Okay. And to go home doctor be about it. Well.
Maybe I caught my fire the shade. The force is fire the shade. After she said many things that I'm gonna find back.
Oh baby, I don't know the Bible. We had then kakra ba na doctor. Anyway, doctors are here.
Mark, take that one.
Mark. Yo, tie doctor Mark. Na sperm ni bia ba. But your microphone mama. Also sperm ne ba.
And they normal. I take a crab out.
Ne e basa ya na e madu do na.
But say it only takes one
to
wait why you're pregnant and see but I na we here but obema ejaculate millions of like of sperm so and yet we be
and a volume no come say
a dose one
natural for something to come out
wow She said,
Mom, they eat a lot of vegetables. So, every a developing sense.
Doctor.
Oh, no, so wait.
Oh, but I'm young, really. Oh,
No, doctor.
we're trying young, really. A lot of vegetables.
A cervical cancer, treatable.
okay.
And my moon's rope.
The
biggest thing is the biggest thing is knowing that screening in term. So if you have the risk, and I say you know how won't beat me, no almost treating them. There's also for a human papilloma virus, no HPV, no.
Yeah.
And also vaccinations and drew me I approve it with beat me use
Okay.
for people as young as 9 years old, 9 to 26 years old.
Ooh.
Okay. Side effects
good.
are very low.
Okay.
Those are some of the things that even in Ghana here, you beat me I started to see if we can implement those things in our societies. And it beat me to protect it. Yeah, my.
Okay.
And to see US, first developing countries now, cervical cancer, US and
Medaase.
because they do mass screenings for these things. That is all I can say.
Okay.
By my sure a draw high bit me.
And again in Nuane, you bet me a day na a boosty up your immune system, no? Because when it's low, that you get all that, and I'm a boy.
Fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables. Ghana hanum ye pe complex carbohydrates. Fufu, benku, dokno, and no. It's very it's a complex carbohydrate.
Okay, ain't I pay me di dokno, and chinam kakra. Me chuchan toast ni bebre, jene bebre, and a carroty. Me daisy ni kakra.
The carrot stand for Jenny.
Oh, no, me the wall me has. Oh, and I'm the wall no. Ain't he day be di benku no. Ye be di dokno no. Ain't he vegetables burn in the back can no make me a boy because you do make me a JD.
So salad no greens, so contomere, lettuce, cabbage, carrots, those things.
I don't know honorable.
Me live say. Me give you for no ko bi mpu na mkakra. We have some more beef, me give chop money. Na beef finish up, go ntwe na mtwe fufu fa.
I want to be finish our phone mo.
Ko na mtwe fufu fa. Hey.
I was what to sign me be and they told me in my page.
They told you me my page.
Hey. And what was the doctor into the shape? We leave shape when we are home.
Hey, Okuta shape, Papa B.
Okay, be like that for now. But how are you?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you.
Madame was say, Samatian, Matia Frey, na Maji adventure near who baby, a book in screening, no any babiano. Yes, ye did a green sino and no song. Ye green sino and no song. Ye green sino and no song. Doctor, never wrong. But don't worry, baby. Oh, never worry.
And I don't know what I said.
We are vampire.
I go my question be, never was question be.
Hey. Also worry,
What the ben you be why the question be? Oyin yami. Yami na meku. Ana I meza. No, say Ghana boys I was to coach for. America for the coach for more. Ana. Don't you know? Maybe I ask a question when I was like, some was for free.
Okay, I'm thinking.
When you be
when you be
okay.
Only of you.
One come up with
not really. What do any back on a head? What do any back on a gauge? Dr. Mark, we are saying, which is saying,
I did this.
Or survey. I see. Okay,
I'm beside doctors on the no. Hey, Master, can you go?
Not too way. That's a watcher. Hey,
I'm seeing him well.
I go, I'm telling you. We just don't want to. Hey.
That's that, and I was so watchful. Is it difficult as oh, you're going
in the process.
And that because Larry, quiet. Honorable, with all due respect, I salute quiet.
Quiet. And then you're quiet. And then your question here, quiet.
Sex.
My profession, I'm a crano. I had difficult to many partners. What's your microphone, mommy?
I don't think so. I think it's just how picky you are and wanting the best for yourself.
Okay. You don't rush in getting partners at all. You take it easy. For you, the guys or the ladies as well?
The ladies, not yet. It's usually time. Because I, for instance, like, I don't have time. I work like crazy. Into time. So when you're being work takes most of your time, and you know, it just kind of dies out.
Okay. So you're crazy working, are you?
Yeah.
Don't crazy working. If I read able to him, it's over to 3 hours winter.
Anyway, yeah, most of the time, no, you're not also no, all over. If you are outside Ghana, there are issues about relationship and marriages. Now, what dada man, now we see men, we try and control that kind of thing. A boy how but me no child with phone so internet so what genetic to the say now a man no share man no man no share man they don't even care about the ages but they think love is good and I'm a boy. And Tinima no esisa na moye day. Obi disappointed with her.
Man.
I have a question.
Say it.
Akumaa.
Yes, darling.
Can
I skip this question?
Can I skip that?
Okay, but that's it. So while we are skipping the first thing, let's listen to this wonderful.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Bina Obiara
and if when you used to plan on me and she just like she was giving me pressure in the wiring and in the wiring. And then one chance
what do you want to say about your foundation?
Your foundation, just let people know. This is what we are planning to do. It's already started in the UK, and they've been doing projects here. But US, we just want to focus on the medical aspect.
Yeah. So that was last year. She started putting pressure on me again.
Okay.
I was the type. Yeah, now I really but I thought that Mr. Cindy, they like me, good level being like a crime, and
yeah.
The kind of so as an understanding because of this kind of motive of mine, you know. Of that, I mean, there's a relationship, yeah, as a like me, a long term person, you'll be again a wife, you really share, you know, or mommy person, I'm doing now for stress. And the other way, you know, I said, I am a wine, I'm making about the wine. And that this year, my past is at the worry, you know. And my past, you know, at the worry, you know. In fact, on the night, you worry, you know. Like, the moment I'm me to Ghana, not after my set up, can be about the wife. Not like my regret is me about the wife.
Okay. Now about to be sad. I make what I did back.
Okay, and then it's back. Let me because me about the wife, all my parents were like, I didn't not. Wawampa, who about the wife, and to my me to send the wife. You know, your uncle, you had fighting, they came you in school. I'm 14, I'm about the wife.
What did you want?
28 years.
28 years. And now about getting here.
I'm also 27, and just 4 months different.
Different, okay, you, me too, also.
A bar, Ghana, me too, Ghana, Pena, means the same way credit. And then you're crying out, any kid. But unfortunately, me bar Ghana, 40 percent and an hour any time.
Wow.
Not. When they cancel our rent, I'm going to cancel to again in my so I went on near Warrior. The Warrior, the night after our wedding, no, Captain one may be no, so I get here. But, Mama, me buy no, like she wasn't attractive to me at all.
Oh!
Why you know, you know, even the minute that I crash, she actually forced me one time. You know, one minute, I wanted to my bottle, and I said, the new won't be that. Yeah, the name walk on my mama buying, she told me that she wasn't in her safe period.
I think she was not
going to she wasn't in her safe period. I'm not telling you that. Because I have and I told her that Miss Rena, your warrior, only you could ever for preventive pregnancy from her parents. Me and Ken, we used to honey the wire. Yeah, okay. And I was saying my face, not yet. But Miss Diana, she wasn't in her safe period. So I told her that, oh, my use condom, each one and a damn far.
Yeah.
And again, she's allergic to liquid. Use condom, going to affect that only better she has to force me, mean, or young practice me at all. And not all more, the time about the something is about. I wasn't having money. I told her everything in the for this academic year. One can, and all the pressure
I can 4 days to go.
Now, me the traffic. Yeah, but I wasn't having money. Let's come out. It's on a girl could travel 1 night to be my mom. The four airport semi checking on where my ticket is an invalid ticket. So I have to buy a ticket at the airport. We can one-way ticket. You go to Ghana. If you wedding, it will be very cheap. I think 1 week or 2 weeks time. Not against the she's pregnant.
Oh,
2 weeks time.
Mama. Debbie, the person that you be at say. That was say, Kenyana, what they tell it is coming and what the engagement, no one that sponsor, yeah, and where they did not send them.
It's family war, I will. Milan would tell Hannah, no insurance. I will, life insurance. It's a year day, November.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a man of quality.
Relationship number be one, not me, assurance of how was saying, I'm man who did
Mr. Me thought the better than me, that I can't have on a mission to coin it to right.
Never come up. Actually, you know, them test can do a baby and wait me the idea where the engagement in me now, maybe one.
Because there's a year, maybe for next academic year, this academic year, no, we can about them, and I'm saying, on for the first time, not the company situation. Mama, me saw that after waiting 2 weeks, then of the she's pregnant.
But what did it do?
Me saw 9 for Muno, after waiting, not a day after waiting, and not if you not many desire, I mean, that she has to force me.
And I mean, that wouldn't die. Okay, but when you took on the one to be there,
you should also allergic to liquid condom. But I don't look at them there. Only Momo presents like, oh, you should have and I'm so good.
Okay.
2 weeks are not kind. I was surprised, and I'm so good. On my own hospital, young chapter, not I am the uncle. And your cousin will be young one and I think not like I mean, uncle. No, it's not that you doing it. And to really show the time on the number of months. Yeah. And it's active, unlike any other thing. So, I mean, not choosing. So she avoided going to Cervix. After that, they come once a month go. So I can't come once a month go. And I'm in the same time once in you. The time of 2 years. And we did go about it. And the child that was really cool. And she sent me a message that she wants to get rid of it.
She wants to get rid of that pregnancy.
Okay, no, like my mom didn't reply. So yesterday, me one sending me message on Akole.
Also, I abortion. Now, I didn't raise this for the man when he had Okata.
Okay, like you know, financially, now when is that he carries with that if she's going to like bring a lot of savings from
That's kind
of no worry, no. Okay, so I went to that man is to man. I saw 2 parents or and I saw no 2 or no parents or
yeah, I was in the parents.
Or to the parents of and to Nyama when you know what in now will be discussing.
That is not what
Just between the 2 of you.
yes, not
Okay, go ahead.
And I was like in a shock. I don't know what is happening. I don't know the basic reason. What the reason that or the man
sound no when you cry.
or just she was before I found out me first, you know, like I was.
And see, and then I'm confused more because we worry Charlie a month. Within a month, you know, Emma, before you agree, say you guys want to finish your education before you start planning to have children, and then when you're coming to class, or pill be on more protecting her. And you knew, sir, there was not going to be any pregnancy. Oh, Barbara, what you have on you? Without some scan, one quiet, what Janet Harper? You tell us, say, or percent or getting rid of the pregnancy. Why reply in the back? I say, and I was after or papa for you pregnancy, no. And yes, you the youth these days, I don't get you people. Oh, I saw no play game be from your own mouth. We'll see on my pressure. You go to Ghana, you regret it. Why did I come to do? What did I come to do? What you say? And I still I'll call you crying, still on more pressure. So think about it.
She told me that she was working as a training nurse, our agent of Hungarian hospital. Not knowing that they were all live.
Well, future savings, oh, insurance, I got a baby, you know. And remember, be the money, croak. Which year, man, is a year. No more can't stand up as a moon and we are big. And I'm not so used to the young son. They say, what clear was the canoe.
I don't know. Na honorable opportunity or any notes, Larry Finn, so I draw 1 or 2 be Dr. Senso, Dr. Mark, so when so a more shepao, and Dr. Juliet, man, to the kind, and then I'll come about it. Hey, Eddie, welcome. Now, the chat of 1 year, and then we'll be trying to throw a word dear on ye. You have on your nest, also your nest. Maybe I want your doctor, also your doctor. Oh, my mini abroach or Ghana, also my parents in our abroach. And then when your papa dear will say, me papa dear. I didn't think I hear Bassa. Honorable. Yes.
You miss a complex. You be naturally a complex. And will be a school. But he finds himself among an elite group. But he presents himself the way he is. We are doctor near. Minko school and party tables, but maybe papi pani. That is my level. What I say? One young for doctor for, and I'm sure I'm going to come and medical come on a ambo. And I say when the 2 come together to do something, be a business and a medical business now with you.
Oh, intimate doctors mushia, and yet doctor and come on a mobile. There be and come up and say I am mobile.
Come on. I went to another cook. I just say, girl, when you know, I should be in the way. I was a man of American don't come on to me though. Ganga, we grow for guests. And Cousin Michelle girl, Miss Hello, was a brand new line. Oh, yeah, it's out to you. See, a point Juma, a point Juma.
Principled.
Yes, no. He has his own private life, he must live. And he's a point Juma. So I had downfall. Let's be the type we're outgoing a crowd, so called live band be. Live band was good. Akumaa program where you could be. Maybe I know one to me a giant time. The busy schedule as a doctor, estimate or down. That should tell you as a private life he lives.
Oh, yeah.
So all night, fine. everyone wants to consult him. That should tell you, say, he has his private life and a social life to live.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are seeing a doctor and Tiro at Checheno. Only the doctor I was about you, Fusa, also in through for come on. The doctor about you, Fusa, and if you must say, oh, only private life. Well, our private life, Doctor Guy. Oh, doctor, I said the baby, but we said no, show your hand. He has a private life.
If we were in them.
Doctor, you go with it. Who doctor, what you are in your head? As one one, I guess, occupy you. They are private life, they live. And the people, I know what name say. So, Nipa, yes, the foul said you would say, you must present yourself the way we are a catcher, Mimi near you, my. I feel crying, SS crime, and ye, never manager to say me, or bow, or in ye SS number 5. I must be able to shape her to fit. Say, be a me. This problem of when you know when you will come. Our aim the very day, that is when the problems start coming. You must not regret going out to somebody. The moment you regret, that is when the problem comes. Somebody must not consider you a marry. She says, I bring anyone again or consider you. No, so quietness and 1 yearness. To consider no yearness, me funny be a you promote 2 on try. Anytime with my promote school. Tete no put any promoted on try. No say, not naturally promoted on try law. Yes, a money be so happy. Name won't be near no sending young for the program just to let them who's a big need. But remember about because that boy for all you know be our nest how you put here. But just that what the interaction it means there's a bigger thing about the interaction. Maybe our nest before who will be more here. A pan here nest for many jay ever traffic anymore. That should tell you so nest no point here, sir. You understand? But the fact say you have lied to the person. That's my I don't know. A complex. A
complex. Medaase. Mami ko Dr. Mark when I'm missing say there's a young guy doctor all CV to get into total doctrine. But what you say? I don't wait me and focus.
About that, some are complex. Yeah, now we can't say it was about my dream to me. You know, you can with me who been all your focus. We are so smart, so like a big intellectual. With me making decisions regarding your one person with you, but about the social life, we are very, very redundant or.
You can think.
Yes, you can think. And it could be one of those that happened. It could be called a mental lapse. You feel so powerless. I say you're true. When you say I
don't manipulate you.
I didn't go queen and then I'm so mean to me. So I think it's just one of those instances.
But I drew a man I hear.
I don't believe so because or what do you call it? A willpower. But there are times when your willpower is just not enough for you to make that decision to get out. And I say, hey, Bear, you consider other things. You say, so he sacrificed to do that.
Yeah, because Obedu 4 days now where they never so although not say, hey, what did I come to do here? Now but on person family no and we go say into your sacrifice yeah. And then we're so understanding that both of them as we need to finish our education, get to this stage and sign as a pregnancy baby baba and muscle.
Maybe he also trusted the woman. Said, girl, the catch no obey so. Until later on, that's when he started regretting. He said,
it didn't my Larry Finn, Emma would see Dr. Na Obano I 419 Daragano. What can I say? The guy was not serious. And I was only serious.
In the first place, he started having regrets. When there was something I was asking, sir. Oh, who laid it away? What did I mention? Could it be the internet? Could it be a picture or something? You see, there are certain things people do, and sometimes, and I don't really get it. Because it can't be. Say, the moment I will be who be a regret to say, now we cry me, worry na yede, and I say, we cry then Obama, the love is gone.
But the workers are she, I mean,
that be and she be more. Let's just say, I said, I'm in favor. Now, what children into my one. Love is not like that. So when you get love is possessive. So you're possessed, now you're obsessed. Yeah, you're real want it. So tell me, but Usha way no. Who say he was into no no. But all of a sudden that curtain that was covering there, it was torn apart. Who is this one? No. She's on my class. Ebemu or regret it say. Oba na so tell me and you know eya niama bebre am so kwasibuza doctor say eya na adura na o se dey be anya aduru sometimes bibi wo ho etimi ba wa kwan mu a why at the end of the day ubusa ho say na eya de na ma be piwa that thing that lining a cover wa until you have that willpower to say no way no you'll be like a cow, yeah. I didn't call slaughterhouse. You just follow like that.
Helpless cow.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, no, here. Wow. In consulting room, do you meet people and then you say, I wish she was my wife. I wish she was my husband or something.
Oh, once in a while.
It happens.
When you say sometimes, so to me, there was a time I met somebody, a lady, and looking at her, no, my wife knows. Looking at her career, the way she spoke, I was like, where have you been?
Oh, gee.
You understand? Oh, gee. But what I'm looking at, you see, beauty is not outside; it is within. Exactly, and the way I see my wife, the way she is. The way certain times she will, when you are even desperate, the way she console you. This one will be the outer pleasant, but inner can be deadly. You understand me? Yeah. Please yourself. I drive my car and I move out. And only just one real number commit suicide. And you know, well, so in your lifetime, but sometimes when you move out, what do you mean?
Medaase. But when Dr. Juliet and Miss Sunny said, a banner saying a man of what we are not supposed to be. And then one will say they communicated here for a while. And there were some understanding. But the pressure, no, if you're by all right. Now, doesn't mean send or bar no skipping up a sort or any guy now bomb come on, so okay, guy no savings, skakakrawa, a fake challenge, I mean, a ye. Me a nurse, me a say, me a dad, no meaning any apa. Anyway, also we're draining a branch,
yeah, I need to see the you know, and call for Muposi. Say, be Benyoma because of share Beman standard any position now one. She feels say she must be
equalized.
Exactly, like you know, at least a certain level before Ansana AB Crumpa Bemano or Beshano. And like Honorable was saying Honorable was saying, say if you are crampons are not Nejumano and who hiano, you know, and it's just the person that he likes, you know. And sometimes I always say that when you're in a relationship and you're so entangled in it, sometimes you need to take yourself out and stand outside and look into it, because at that time, no, that's when you make the mistake of your life.
So how do you get out? Stand outside and watch. I don't know yet the achiro. I made a no a sweater like want to me nyina, want to me and
willpower.
So tell us, what are some of the things you can do to, you know, you want to
willpower. I was say what till kakra. What till kakra, you know.
On here was she
on you and yes but just give yourself some space. You know. Maybe I mean say you guys go out all the time. Obeka say, Abia, this weekend, I want to be by myself. You know, just think things through. And Mimi, a very prayerful person. Empire help it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes we rush into things too much. Or don't have to chill wild dream be brain. All you're thinking about is, you know, that person, you know, and that's the moment that you need to realize that, hey, you know, if I go into this thing, it's forever, you know, so is this something that I'm going to go in and try to stay in.
All right.
forever.
Dr. Mark, answer maybe my phone lines, and I need to ask you this. Where your colleague, a doctor, Obano, Adadano, or sure, we're wasting the entire time. All background by luck, start you, or be in the 419. And you at the airport, and you can say, take now, granny, fake. And you also discount for the back.
Doctor for more booking attack. I will be no
Mr. Doctor, somebody me.
Can we bomb if we saw your doctors? More booking attack. Young nurses. Oh, sorry, none. Oh, we had one internship, housemanship, one. Oh, a book of boss on our in doctors in Pewa, and doctors, boys, and doctors' guests. Buga keke. Half of your boys, a nurses mystery, or you're finding you you're finding the wow. Yeah, go. Allah.
Dr. Mark.
Ah, can I say?
Yeah, if you know to me, remember to be bombs and doctors know. We should have bombs. Okay, into say, your brother about this situation. On your day, or barness is in what pregnancy, you know, when you're ready for it, what agree, whatever. So, barness was about it on your day, a year one car, maybe.
This year, everything, the harm is done. Yeah, like I said, he should go back into himself and reorganize and continue with his life. So, Barney is on worry, be a man. He can move on, but so, Barney is over worrying us or done it, yeah. They should work things out. I worry very soon yet, but you know, this is very complex. I said, Barney disappointing, but I think it's. Our idea is between two people into an urban cooking. And then they should come up with a plan for themselves. But on August, I soon got to say, no, she not brab, no, she a yaman. What is best for him, and then you should go for it.
Wow.
It's my doctor, oh, please, see if you know it. Say, I want to get it, but you're not so hot. Yes, sir. I want to get it, but you're not.
In fact, your doctor has a money, huh?
As soon as you can, in 4 months, there's not enough time to even go through counseling. So there could be so many things that were not done before our anybody. Or 20 boy. I mean, I have something that I always say time out. So should not say
and also when decided no sense. If you go as on decided o tie 70 no match no play. Oh, I go bomb match. I go nya so when you give you speeder. That's we say the speed new corner small boy be only post bia 31. O jiri ntama twa boy we ke boy cry driver be mate be not 30 o so ba doc na boy di wani. O jiri ntama o ko pe cancel I go pe na ben time out. Time out the bad boy yapon. I don't know. No matter look at all these things. Sometimes we go on to no boss say doctor I can. Oh I don't know. No the guy is sure that. Guy is competition one. Also ba say o jiri ntama. Who I me how to go cancel I go.
But so to say, I established on pet girl. And the worst thing you can do to anybody is to marry them out of pity. You know, and I think that's what he did.
So about worry will be
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, because you're supposed to enjoy marriage, not endure marriage, you know. Yeah, so you know, so our area no omo dom ho cramp na here na team stay together, let alone on donya because I mean I feel like said I have never been married before, but you know, after the honeymoon phase, it's like you're living with your best friend, you know, so start drowning in honoma. There's no way you can cope together.
I mean, while there's no communication.
Exactly.
And then I say, cry,
yes, same.
And a long distance.
And at long distance, and so about by trouble. But doctors, you're home with a different eye. What you say? And when Timmy already should like to see, why is this woman? I love her doll, but it's like Russian. Couldn't he or do it? And I said, hey, daddy, I didn't wait to me and come close and I said, Adi. Can you say be I knew I said me do ye and demany any home. And now a bus you don't have to disgrace the family and I disappoint somebody. I know a woman name.
Yeah, now I think some people don't think about the consequences of their actions. Maybe you want the immediate gratification and that's the immediate benefit of okay, some white girl I'll avoid any gracia to the family.
Yeah.
Or in dream who say okay, say I want to yeah. So that could also be a component of it.
Okay.
One dream will beyond just the initial stages of just in Garcia, because what happened was I didn't worry. Yeah, that's when the actual marriage starts.
Yeah.
Honeymoon need you yeah, and what anyway honeymoon now.
Okay, yeah, kasa be the pampan sway, but still, doctor need this solution because in Ghanaian person, one where the exam square anymore, Baba Yakra, one where not also diagnosis will be a drubby cry, no portrait for no mamma. I don't know.
I'm sorry. So I'm an argument now. Sometimes when anyone can say that, or doctor, I'm an argument now. We'll be no going because I want to screen here. Lady, what could Kupa? I will. I hear there's somebody here, be penalty. I go watch and I'm going to be on. It is as much a penalty. Uma, I know, Papa, we will be back. If you say you're saving, you need to pay your school fees. Because if you fear, you can't share any. And you have first one or medical school or UK. Now to UK. And I will do insurance policy. I go lie. Remember, no money raps. Remember, no money raps. UK and say, I'm insurance policy. Who about insurance policy free in the bed? Insurance policy in commercial, the free in the bed. I don't know, like, right? And why you are getting Larry,
when you get so entangled
with what? Entangled with what? Love.
Do you know the extent of which
I don't okay less than 4 months. I don't look at less than 4 months.
It can happen within weeks.
Me say I dey wait. And you be one go school at 2 now. Obi at one go school at 7 2 now. And Casado comment I consult to my diagnosis. Give you a brand people here to no, man be cancer of wine. No, couple of others here. Yeah, number school from Golas and got tested again. Caso, literacy, no man of literacy. One go school, Papa, medical school. Oh, my teacher to the insurance policy. And then click it, say, can get the Pope and I'll do insurance to call wine you here. I'm over January, I'm not again midday. Papa no man who say train. Until no point say what you said they are not going to feed the girl for you. So me the type on caso call I never did here quite bite. Means I'm going to help the girl for you. Were against that thing. And then you still went ahead, marry a girl and your insurance, like I said, as someone to insurance, I will go on as I'm going to. I'm going to draw.
As someone SC, sister of a solution. And Dr. Mark is a demon. On one can say you free. Then one down a dream. But yet, then I will say to me, man, I dream. And 0302 and I play. Yet they train your first callers, no. Dr. Juliet up here, Mamma Kwame, NGO now, you will sector Nibu Hano. You better want some sense, don't worry. And you know, you share your colleague in on so many peace. Mamma Kwabadi about Ahomaso.
I don't so many about.
Medaase, electrician. You,
Maybe time. Mamma, a careful in Akumaa, I can tell you 7 years ago, I didn't own way into Unyai because all no work I didn't any into Unyai. Now, when you have a man, you get marketers who could school into Prima because you're a doctor and yet it is here no package of own thing could show but be a obeting me power and the one idea. Why mistake meaning that the room is coming from the Union Bano or what? So I would get back an upper man, the baby. I would get only bankwadi, only not to the school.
Yo, yeah. That's it. A banner memo, say, and you sense was so a coy.
And then I'm thrown out of Banny.
Yo, Mamma Quabo, the board Dahomaso. Medaase, we didn't be afraid free. Yo, yet you.
But I tell you, doctor, and say, you don't imagine.
Doctor, no yende.
I want to imagine.
I want to not dream. Yo, Akbe. Mamma Quaba, the board Dahomaso.
Oh, those of
Medaase, we didn't be afraid free.
But tell me first, me, Brian.
Yo, yet you. Salam alaikum.
No, alaikum salam.
Ami, yet you.
Yo, Akumaa, maybe I think I can't tell you, say. Or man on the man. I think you know, or when you and what question, no what question. Jenny Bearman bar, or Panawa Hatta, son of Bearman about the warrant, to Bearman 1 hour.
Yo, medaase. Me ma kwa bo de bodo ahoma so. Medaase. Nyame adom ye ho ye na wo so e.
Nyame adom.
Yo, pacho di ni baby free o. Oh, you too, fee.
Okay, sometimes, in Yamabi Damba, we shouldn't get people of their wrongdoings only. That's similar problem, right?
Ah, so sorry. Oh, but some sunny. Oh, my sorry, papa. Me ma kwabo the board ahoma so. Yo, pacho di ni baby free. Oh, okay. Oh, you been an actual doctor. No, yo, Matse. Me ma kwabo the board ahoma so.
Madam so.
Medaase. Wo di ni baby free.
But you from me Francis. Nakasesi abakajenshi.
Yo, yeti Francis.
But you so problem kakra me pese minimum ache. Me obi a menya 32 years. Me fa obada.
And you a virgin. Yo.
Me see obapeda. But the you and me captain. But me dimo mufo no. Say the omusi enemy kasa fani ade no. Aya, me timi say menya 32 years I'm for bad and the problem be a penny and na say problem be anyone.
Yo, Dr. Mark waha. Dr. Mark, was with 32 on see oba bia peda. Oni bi so da. Enti osese na adwuma for ne kasa no. Obita say Susan doctor. Doctor
Pacho David.
Pacho free and yawati.
We are normal.
So what 50 years to crown and farm one count ba o then the bed double. I bet you something dear no. And Dr. Bois. That's it. Yo. Ye the nyamia say 32. Me ma kwa bo the board ahoma so.
Odo so.
Aja. Yo, akpa.
Akumaa mi pacho before mi come out so mani bisa doctors too no aseka krabi.
Omutio.
Doctor no si krabi no say ontia hona bo afu no di trans o mi die mi sa pepe netie. Na no ya fu su sa no abet ma problem na. O wi so bisa lady no doctor mi say. Ana mi truth ka si ka mi pa truth. Na mi tinu say my likinda adi ma kana mi bua mi ayi kakra. Na no so no I don't know I ma mi sa problem na say problem bi. Mani come out so. Akumaa, me say the person me can say. Doctor, why you mistake? Papa. Akumaa, mani can't know. Anka people be too hard. No who's a worry on pepper so go tasu. But me can't any public place say who no be go worry. Not even the last of the marriage. No would all time na ofu sa worry na nyema wa. Catch yourself for say worry na be worry no. And yet to put shame of say when you be go ase. Or when you better say who be worry the whole of your life. I know so worry na because once uko jina all time no waji accept marriage no. Who be worry for the whole of your life. And he said one day no uka so umpe. Water. And yet you pelu. When the back of contract was feeling no more umpe. What is the can say? And the time of buying who are no company. And so call one because Jimmy decided say, oh, so because what do the never and was it? See, I don't worry who life in 28 years. So Baba worry 40 years or 50 years. What in heaven? And you never need and not there worry in Medjun neck as you would try. And you see the Yakano among we. Obey onya sesiano for better for worse when you worry or worry no or worry and this are na ban eso onu kasa trap wanting eba out because I didn't mean and by force no one to worry ni na fena masa anya dia worry be to worry dia or can for better for worse yes answer he must not say he has got something on the Bible say waka Bible no akoje o tani masue nti on so hwe
medaase efo medaase me pacho o say any truth eti make kano enti tafrimunu na amana ayesana
o smoky
Debbie or for the own smoking. On a watch. Oh, okay.
Or your beer or snore.
Or that, so we can grumble.
Because sometimes, so adenoids, enlarger. You can fight infections, like, you can fight the bacteria over there. It can cause like something called sore throat, and some people get it more often. More adenoids.
Okay.
And it could be that, and also so you'll be uncle smoking and also so like oropharyngeal cancer and that's one of the risk factors, and HPV as well. And obeti me I call ENT doctors.
Okay,
yeah,
that's great. You now say in fact if no to say honorable
the full social media kakra also tia you could
medaase
as a mekano
me ma kwa ba de go da homa so me pa cho medaase we didn't be free
but your friend Adam the cafe
Adam so kasa free van
Italy.
Oh, Italy. Yo, Adam, see it you.
Yo. Okay. So contribution to I want to say. I'm saying never be possible. Ya brabo man say the diago. Is ya she say I want to Bible say in the hour. This so the way about your answer. I started watching it and Jama say never be possible. And I say we are there. Say never be. Any abaya here there.
But in Cromwell, the Bible sure say no. Yes, that's one of the that
never be to Amaya say. Chrono and yet. So no, you know, honor to a chrono and after what you are only who find to China. It's within your eye, it is to me, dear. Give me a doctor. Moma won't look for now teachers after Mr. Prior, the man education.
Yo,
me ma honorable. What you program now, me here, me hot me fine. Let's say, my August, never gonna be
yo, yeah, that's Papa. Honorable, yeah, Bob from Italy, yeah, Bob. Yo, me ma kwabo, me very last call, me friendly. Me so sorry went to me, and yes, me ma kwabo the board down my so.
Oh, no, so.
Medaase. But yeah, maso. Ma already following in my phone, please. Good. Udin will be free.
Nana,
yo, Nana, oh, what to say? Yo, Nana, it's you.
Akumaa.
Yes, Nana. Manemra.
Akumaa, many give me about 5 years now. So, hello.
Me patron Nana, it's you, Pakasa.
5 years ago, and I mean, and I used to hear Cocoy. And I, the back, and Koyale. And I me. Because sacrifice me could train me with the man Palano. I'm done. And then again, it was Sabamocom, Naman. I was free. A paradigm far so at that time, their own farming for Zimbi. Good and make some lies, my Yamu, number second, this will say, and to sell Sabamocom, and you my money, and what they premier now, just say. And then I was at the premium. Maybe some of it are free.
Yo, okay. Now we Johnny, uncle for Baba for you, don't worry.
I put my friend. Big Jano, many will be way, Elmocom, or Barnzo, or the we do be more French. I mean, I come and go out of it.
Oh, super, and your papa, and I own that.
And you, but I give you a photo of you, open the yard with the Omco.
And see, what Johnny, what cup will be a Dinisao? Well, two person sound Buffalo, a trim plan. I was on the walk, and now person fun is over one.
Not the problem, Jack. My friends are coming and come last when they come in the Metran one.
Hey, quite cool, sure. You, penny for high bay one, only a last call away. You, yeah, that's it. Bye. Hey, Mono, Like Momo.
Spare time, Benny.
Eh?
Spare time, Benny.
Also not 5 years. Oh my God. And
Okwa will be in this.
And I
also walk with the I don't want to be a continuing. I just say, and now Titi May. First one, I get a good fort. Second one, I get a good fort. Bibia Manu. Yeah. And I get a quite baby and who could take good cast of graduate on Akumaa. No, but if you are not here, come on, Debbie, dear, can say so. Say a Kuba, and the way she again. Come on, well, Mr. Question, you're Chimoja man, you didn't see. Follow up, number. Oh, what does it? Because I didn't get when I can say, oh, the endorsement bill. I found a move endorsement. Me, I come until you get Libby. One second look at the girl, say, oh. Me girl na me nim na me kopend dada no onwani bi mo na ana akwa ndie na asesa and course kwagu say on no digina so ja no asakra na because o ja mi kofa ba ma bi oh baba we ja kofa ba ma bi no na ja no ejai we san ko wutu say kofa ba ma bi na be ni so san ja no na wo kwagu sa ko bi
yo but kwagu so ne na adwuma kese na say e penu a wo ba na se wonsan bano mojana odi otwi jeje le banan kwaninti en wo ba na ase de
mojana pona gen bit menu wi atwa man gen de fa so de ye kwaku like moja twen wo kwaku na nyana wo pe abu ngam kwaku afa so kwa
kwasi emse we no is obefa be man se na je nkwa
atwi moja man benti
oh yes
for consider be wa no
wa fa ne se na
consideration na ye kan ye bi ni
eno na me kan say wa fa ne se na je
na ben bi no be ka say de moja twen ahema mi ko ko twi bi mo na ehu
okay. Yo, Dr. Mark, why busy? We'll go for an ATM cacao.
If we see for 2 courses on Musada, we just see a one on Musada.
Okay. Passing on to Juliet.
Okay, Juliet. Oh. No. Yes, I'm reading about your colleague doctor. The offer when I said on the main issue, you know. Yeah. Then I walk finally. Meaning so can so yeah on set time out though. Still I also on time out. So
am I person time out?
I mean I'm going so on at least number 1 time out. Number 2 I'm not banning kasa. Then number 3 they should seek counseling if they have to because me feel set I'm more rush here.
I'm rush.
And
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting. About a penalty and
about actually no.
And after that normally at least they should exhaust all options before they think about divorce.
Okay, great. Yeah, Dr. Juliet up here.
I agree with him.
Okay.
So more NCK counseling because that's very important. And so no one yeah and then I don't like divorce.
But I mean, the counseling talking about them UK as we speak. And so how do they get the counseling to get the understanding?
That's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that he should have thought of before and sign almost started this whole thing. So I'll be worrying what our year is Ghana. Now also so over baby. And see right now he needs to make the sacrifice, come back down and have the counseling. Because it's gonna be harder for the girl to get there.
There's no money. There's no money anywhere.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Russia could see.
Medaase. Now coming back to the wonderful is it togetherness? Bringing your brains together, your efforts together. Marco Simo Bimans, you bringing it back home to your motherland. Also UK, almost started doctors coming together, trying to get certain things down to help society. Now US and Swafed and Mashasi. So you want to talk about that?
So just a little bit. Your organization and your friend ADAP, ADAP. Which stands for African Development Association for Progress. And it was actually started about 5 years ago by a group in UK and basically people of African descent that have gotten Western education. Back home, the little that they can, educating people, helping in the hospitals. So we recently joined them. And in the US, we opened a branch last year. And US is a bunch of physicians and pharmacists together. So your focus will be trying to mobilize and resources, medical supplies, and bringing them home so that it could be distributed to clinics. We don't want the large tertiary centers like Kuala Lumpur and Komfanoche. Those little clinics, in the villages, in the small towns.
Like my mobile hospital. I want to do.
Exactly. Just looking at what they need, the need is, and trying to talk to people back in the States and getting resources and mobilizing them back home to try to help. And at some point, we want to be able to come down and volunteer. I'm a medical doctor. I can help. I can go to the hospital and volunteer. We can teach. And also the brain drain. I think the CEO, Kweku Boateng, he's the CEO for the ADAP organization. Worldwide. His main purpose was trying to stop the brain drain. So not in a get education, and we're pushing all of them outside, but we can do it here. We can educate people within the system.
Like we are doing it here. You come and help us.
Exactly. So for us that are over there now, we want to come back home and help educate the people here, that we can get it here. We can do our masters here. We can get our medical education here. We can get our pharmacy education here. You can be whoever you want to be. So that's the main purpose of our organization.
Great. Dr. Mark, do you have something to add?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not just the medical group. Normal started with UK. There are several other countries that we actually volunteer in, especially across Africa. So some of the countries, they have already been doing work there. Clinics, basic schools are providing computers, educating the general public about healthcare diseases. So it's not just medical.
Okay.
Yeah, so and it's purely voluntary.
Oh, okay, great. Now, right now, in Zimbi Foundation, there's an upcoming conference, I bear on the 22nd June 2013, and we'll first side Pavilion A. Auntie, what can you people do for us? You want to come and volunteer, do something?
So in terms of the US branch in the day, most of us are doctors, and with our schedule, it's gonna be very hard for us to come down now. Maybe at some point we're looking at the next 2 years or so, we'll be able to come down and volunteer. But we are hoping that we'll be able to get some donations and stuff like that to be able to send down.
That'd be great.
So if we get donations, we're still in the process. In terms of the US, the registration and everything is so difficult, to get through. And for you to get a bigger grant and stuff, you need the IRS approval, which we are in the process. So by the time you're doing your conference, if we have obtain something, we can send something down. Yeah.
Bless you. Yes.
In America for the complete one.
A
couple of them.
I'll be here.
You will be here.
Yes,
great. So you have to come and witness, and you can tell them, hey, it's something else. We are spending 4,000 widows.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you need my services, I'll be available. Say education, or just whatever.
Okay.
I have to do to help.
Great. Yeah, we have
So
widows.
that's why I came, just to give back.
Bless you.
Give me back in the girl usually giving back in the
No,
you give me back.
I mean in private life.
Give me back in the
also very important. Okay, so I'm in the bunker when to pursue tea. I know they're in private life. Then Pamcho and I do bad there. Now since you guys are here, what the American style in my life?
Sex position. Slim girl in sex position.
But no, Dr. Mark, you're not a virgin. You've done it before. So which style is good? No, wait. No, Dr. Juliet. US, I saw what you. Yes. You enjoy it.
Now, me, Nigeria, then
and
it's here up to.
I don't know, medically bad.
Okay,
so safe sex, cervical cancer.
I'm only sex position.
Safe sex, cervical cancer.
Safe sex
Tell
position.
Us, how do we start it? How do we roll?
Mark.
Okay, Mark start and then Juliet will end it for us. Yes, Mark.
Yeah, breastfeeding,
I think
yeah.
safe sex beer. I don't think there's any sexual positions that lead to cervical cancer, but I think it's more the practice. Into you be idea. I think for every couple, it is what you're comfortable with. You know, communication has to be a key. You start when I open, then we'll do one 10 one next then I check. Or things like that. I think communication is the key. You know, making the.
I'm finishing baby. I'll complete.
Okay.
Very important part.
What's in the hole?
Very important.
Oh, I
think it should be the goal of both partners to please each other, because sex in here, just it's not just, it has to be a give and take.
Oh,
yes.
In love making, it should be give and take,
yes,
right?
Both parties should yearn to please each other.
Okay.
And when that's the goal, usually you both become satisfied at the end of it. Because who be in them cry, you make sure say okay.
Okay, Dr. Juliet up here in consulting room. Obi Banos, I don't enjoy. It's always painful when I see him. My heart beats. No, do you counsel them on how to? Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all part of the practice. So, and
yeah, no, go ahead, sweetheart.
Yeah, so basically, like Mark was saying, you need to find out your only partner is the communication there, because you don't just jump into it. You know, you have to communicate with each other. You have to know what is best for your partner. You know, when it comes to sex, it shouldn't be selfishness. Like, you know, no selfishness. You know, you have to consider the other person. In terms of that, you know, counseling, you know, you sit them down and you ask them, like, you know, what exactly is going on. Are you, like, you know, first of all, is there attraction there? You know, and are you just jumping into it, or you know, so communication is very important when it comes to sex. That's right.
Okay, now if I'm going to give you the abuskeleke sex position, and no,
more and then breastfeeding all the way. Go on, doc, you're complete. Wow, warfare. So doc can't with my queen. As I was saying, I'm a conscious. What? Come on, doc. Oh, the Vinyana. No more fair, and then you double. Who will put asphalt in the air? I don't know. I want to be few. You come in here.
Doctor, it goes for both of you. So being dying satisfy the partner well in love making. It's more in Arabiana.
I don't think so. We have psychiatric problems. Say obi onoma ABR because of there's something called PTSD because of something that post-traumatic stress disorder. ABR osani repina na se bibisa and because of that, you know, the person is afraid when it comes to sex. And also they may not enjoy it. And to understand, you have to take them through counseling. Okay. And we have, I think one other thing that I want to mention quickly, that I think it helps a lot in the US is that you cannot, as a physician, you cannot know everything. Good. Right? So that's why we have specialists. If you're doing something and you are not specialist in that area, you don't need it. You don't know what you're talking about. You just pass it on. Okay. You know, you just pass it on to
the right person.
And I say, obit me a bisa colleague be crampo. Say, Ebia, we no nipa we dia ba mentia say obet me a chechema say that really helps a lot. I don't know if they do it here in Ghana.
Okay, I can't talk for anybody. But Dr. Mark is here. And another question too is, you won't satisfy me, Mark. You want to be beautiful. I don't want machine.
Sex position, pass it.
Yeah, no. I don't know anything. I mean, you know, there's nothing there.
Communication.
Communication.
Because, what happens is sometimes, we assume, say, no. We're doing a good job. Meanwhile, depending on where you can or can book.
Not good way that. Oh, no, go for.
Oh, okay. Storybook be.
And so I think it's communication to say that plays a big role. So I want you to make us so at least when you say yeah, society, we shy away from questions like that. But so if you really want to enjoy your married life or even sexual life, communication should be
the key.
Know your partners.
Okay.
Know the key points.
All right.
What's the key point?
Key points now. And right now, we said Dr.
And there's some
Mark.
key points.
Right now, we said Dr. Mark and Dr. Juliet appear. Just relax and watch the mama while I give you the abuskeleke sex position. Let's all do this, medaase. Do this. Yo, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.